today we are going to learn about the plains. So first, what are plains? So plains are the lowlands. They'll be vast. They'll be very flat, and they'll be usually the height of less than 200 meters above the sea level. Okay, they will be developed by the alluvial deposit by the rivers and the tributaries, and that's why these plains are also called as river plains. Okay, and these river plains, they'll be very much fertile. So here, what are plains? The plains are the large stretches of flat land, generally not more than 200 meters above sea level. So more than 200 meters above sea level, we call it as plateau, right? And when it is more than mountains will be of the greater heights. So we'll be having one sea level. That one sea level, from there, this plains will be less than 200 meters above the sea level, right? So, and you can also see that the plains, they will be found along the edges of the continent, like coastal plains was also there. Like in India, if you see, we'll have eastern coastal plain, western coastal plains of India is there. So the coastal plains are the plains which are situated in the sea. And next, how are the plains formed? So plains formed by the rivers. Yes, the rivers just flow down the slopes of the mountains and they just erode them. And they deposit their courses and their valleys. See here, northern plains example I have taken for you. This is in India. The northern plain, it is formed with the three major rivers we have in North India. That's Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra. So this northern plain is formed with these three major rivers. Okay, and this area is called as in this plain area is called as Indo-Gangetic Brahmaputra plain, because all these three major river flows in this areas. Okay, next comes the importance of plains. So plains, they are thickly populated regions of the world. Of course, see, to build a house or any construction to be taken place, it will be easy if in a plain area, but it is very much difficult to do it in a plateau region or a mountain region. So compared to the plateau region and mountain region, we can say that plains are easy for the constructions. That's why more people are living in the plains. And fertile, yes, they are fertile because the rivers flow over there. Construction of transport network is easy. Again, the construction part is coming. We saw about the population is thickly populated, and people live there and they build the houses. Same way, to make the people's movement easier, we need to construct roads, railways. We have so many transportations, right? That is also easy in the plains where there is a flat land. So the flat land is suitable for building houses and cultivation. Example, Ganga and Putra plains of India, Yangtze in China. So when you see here, they have given the example like Ganga and Putra plains, Yangtze. You can know that though India and China is uh, highly populated countries, you can see more number of people living in around the plains. Next comes the types of plains. So first one is structural plains. So you can see the picture also, the structural plain example. So plains that lie near the coastal area, for example near the sea or ocean, they are called as structural plains. Okay, how they are formed is they are formed due to the endogenetic movement, like a large broad flat area of the sea floor is raised and appear on the surface. They will be mostly flat and broad. Okay, what happens is the addition of the sediments are brought in by the sea waves over a period of time. Okay, the sea, usually we have waves, so that waves will bring some sediment from the ocean or sea. Okay, for a certain period of time it will just bring sediments, and then just uh, segregate there. Then but thereby it creates a broader and flatter land. Okay, that's why they are formed by the horizontally bedded rocks. You can see this when you go to that some of the beaches, near the beaches. Yes, example we can say like in USA we have Gulf Coast. And in Australia, we have central lowlands. Next is erosional plains. So, how are these erosional plains formed? They are formed by the erosion of the mountains, hills, plateaus. So, by this, you would have known that these plains are seen near the large landforms like mountains, plateaus, hills, because only near by the mountains or hills or plateaus, the stones, sediments, rocks, silt, sand, everything will be eroded from the mountain, and that will be deposited near that mountain itself. That will not go too long, right? Yes. These eroded materials are brought down to a lower level of the wind by the wind, river, rain, or ice. Okay, so this rises to some sort of plains. For example, we have in Kashmir, we have this erosional plain. Then in Canada, we have this erosional plains. Okay. The next type is depositional plains. So, how are the depositional plains formed? Depositional plains, these are again sediments, but they are brought down on a large scale by the natural agents like moving ice, water, and wind. From where? From the mountain, from the upper region of the mountains, it would have made this depositional plains, because from the mountains some of the sediments like sand, again sand, same thing, sand, rock, stone, silt, mud, everything, only it will be brought down to the plain, and it will be taken. How it will be taken? It will be taken through ice, water, or wind. These are the erosional agents, obviously, right? Yes. So that's it. So I think so far we have seen all the major landforms of India. So there are the mountains, then we saw about the plateaus, and last one is plains.